Hey tubers, welcome back. I'd like to take a moment to run a suggestion by you folks to see what you all think. As you know, I'm trying to get myself organized here, and the reason why is having a functional shop, especially in the winter, would be quite the game changer for me. Rather than take on projects that have to be done fairly quickly and rolled in and out of the garage and all, having a functional shop would be a game changer. It's kind of a big thing. I have a lot of stuff to organize and put away and sort through and make decisions on. But for me, getting my shop functional, getting this garage functional would be a game changer. So that's kind of a big game changer, and it's kind of mine. It's kind of a personal thing. In the land of smaller game changers, acquiring this little 1/4-inch driver made life a lot easier because I could take the side covers on and off engines so much quicker, not having to sit there with a ratchet or a 1/4-inch driver in my hand and working at it. Made a big difference. This cabinet, believe it or not, made a was kind of a game changer in my life also. I'm able to put the tools that I use very frequently right on top here, especially on this side on top where I can put my hot little hands on scissors, diagonal cutters, ruler, needle nose, vice grips, adjustable wrench, and the stuff more on that side. Things I don't necessarily have to touch as frequently. The squares, the valve stuff, and all. So I guess my suggestion is, as one decides what they're going to do today, what they're going to work on, where they're going to put their money, if you just take a few minutes and think about what would be a game changer in your life, and then build upon that. As an example, just a quick one. If you deliver newspapers for a living and you put them on your back and you start walking, you're going to cover a certain amount of distance, and that'll be it for you on your route. I mean, you can't deliver newspapers 24 hours a day. If you take it the next step and get a bicycle and use that to deliver the newspapers, your route could be bigger. You can start trying to have other people consider your route. And actually, to even make it bigger, if you're the person with the moped delivering newspapers, you can go even quicker. But even more, the person who's gonna game change your newspaper business out of business would be the person who gets the little concession on the in the traffic area, in a high traffic area, like just before you go over a bridge and you have to stop and pay toll, or some place where people congregate. If you are lucky enough to be the newspaper person there, the folks come right to you to get the newspaper. But even bigger than that, let's take it to the point where you're the person who has the website where everybody could get news, and though they don't pay you anything, all your advertisers give you money. Each one of these things kind of illustrates somewhat of a game changer, and game changers could work for you or they could work against you. If your local zoning person manages to put together a contract with someone with a helicopter, and they fly all around your town looking for swimming pools that have been put up, or decks, or house extensions, or sheds, or whatever it is, to get additional revenue, that's a game changer in his case, but it's kind of a game changer that's going to work against you. So my suggestion is for everyone out there who's kind of running up against limitations, let's just call it that. If you're running up against limitations, look at your situation and ask yourself, what would be a game changer? And before you make a huge investment in whatever that game changer might be, also take a moment and think, especially if you're going into business or buying a house or getting a new car or whatever it might be. Also, take a few moments to think about what could be a game changer that flips the whole situation against me. I make a major investment in a moped, and suddenly they're banned in my town. I can't ride it, so think about that also. Anyway, as I'm going through trying to clean up my mess and trying to figure out what would be a game changer for me, and I think in the long run, the big game changer for me is going to be putting up a carport on the back of this garage and getting rid of the tents and all the other trivia, and having the garage and the carport and being done with it. Not renting a shop, not doing any of the other stuff. I'm just going to have to dig up the money and get that carport up. And I think that'll be the game changer that makes this whole enterprise much better. Folks, let me know what you think of this. Another Quest in Life's Adventure video. If you like it, please let me know that. If you don't, there is a thumbs down there. Either leave a comment or push the thumbs down button, and we'll see. Anytime I have another one of these bright ideas, if I get enough thumbs downs and enough negative comments, obviously I'll keep them to myself. Excuse me. If you all enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and come back and watch and subscribe and all those other things. Anyway, everyone out there, keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.